All right. Hey, Manira, you're here. Hi everyone. Sorry, that's not the best way to start up any kind of a live stream, but I'm having problems getting connected to EXR. Right. I wonder whether. Let's go 40. There we go. My Mac updated to Tahoe, the recent operating system, automatically without me doing anything. I definitely have. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, I've definitely got internet connection. So obviously, I must have internet connection because otherwise I wouldn't be streaming to you. So let me just check. Actually, that is working. Oh yeah, I didn't do the notification thing. Sorry, folks. It's like the good old days, isn't it, where I'd come on and I'd have absolutely no idea what I was doing, and it would all be going wrong. And normally I get a little notification thing there. I've got to search for myself. Me. No. Where's? You're not telling me that I'm live. Live, March 1st. That's me. Oh, it does us a bit. Why is there an advert at the beginning of this? All right, there we go. Hang on. I just need to wave my hands. Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right. Good morning. Looking forward to this row. So am I. Hey, Gavin Rowland. How are you? Right. Let me try EXR again. This could be interesting if I can't get it to work. I do have a plan if I can't, but yeah, we'll see. Because I did just try with my phone. Yeah. Well, that's not what you want to see, is it? All right. What do I need then? I need quick. I may have to run away because I need a USB-C to C in order to be able to plug in my phone to use EXR off my phone instead of. Sorry, that's right in front. There's a good crotch shot. Sorry, folks. What cables have I got lying in here? Is that C to C? Hang on. Oh, now you get a butt shot. Oh, look at that. I'm giving you all the good shots today. Hey, there we go. There's a C to C. Suddenly, it's my only fan. All right. Yeah, I don't know if you caught me saying, Gavin, I'd updated my Mac, or at least my Mac updated itself to. How's this going to work? To the latest operating system, and I think that is where the problem lies. But it does work on my phone. Nick Fox is here. Hey! You know, it's a wet day here in Scotland as well, Nick Fox. I'd actually, I have one too many rowing machines in my studio right now, and I was thinking of putting one outside to give myself room today, but there we go. EXR allow connect? Yes, I do. Right, if I go into, yeah, but there's not enough room to leave outside. If I go into QuickTime Player, I should be able to do screen recording. File, new movie recording, I think, I hope. I just want John's iPhone. There we go, screen. Is that doing it? Allow accessory to connect, yes. Oh, are you connecting a pair of headphones? No. All right, other device, okay, right. macOS screen capture. Sorry folks, I will be with you. Aha, all right. So, how am I going to do this? If I move, because it's obviously iPhone screen size. So if I move that to the top, and then if I move me to the bottom, there you go, that'll do. All right, so it's not my normal screen setup, but it'll have to do. Got to turn on the PM5. Oh. It's the 1st of March. Things have to go wrong, don't they? Right, let's go. Okay, hang on. I need to connect first. Don't nag me and tell me it's about to start and then not giving the connection screen. Right, all right, sorry. Here we go, I hope. I tell you what, once these are connected, then no, I don't want you to search for smart row. Don't be so daft. I want you to search for, oh. Right, can you see? No. Look, it's there. It's there. There we go. Now that's better. All right. It's quite cold. It's not cold, but it's on the chillier side today in the studio, so that's why I've got little R2D2 sitting next to me again. It's there. Look. Epix Pro. It's here. And it's on its connection mode. There we go. No? Are you going to? The connection side of EXR, something's changed as well, where it'll kind of flash in and out, and you're like, has it stopped? Is it going? And I've realized I have to be a bit more patient than I normally am. Upcoming event. Yes. Let's go. Okay. Right, now I need to put my phone somewhere safe where it's not going to disconnect the cable while I'm rowing. All right. Let's see if anything goes wrong while it connects. There we go. Yay. There's everybody. All right. Are we okay with this setup? I hope so, because this is what we've got. That's very strange. All right. So where are we? So we've got 6 minutes to go into the start. Is that right? Yeah, 5.5 minutes, so I can go through some of the messages. Well, we've got, hello peeps, Mirage from Malaysia. Oh, what is it? 5 p.m. Sunday. Nice to be back on the GenFit series. It's a slow 30 minutes on 2 with you guys. I'm possibly going to do, I've got quite a busy, well, I've got a day of standing out a swimming pool for the rest of my day, so I might take this nice and easy because I don't want to be falling asleep in a boiling hot swimming gala. Good morning, John. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Looking forward. Good morning. Hey, good morning. My ex is working. Yes, so is mine now. Finally, I'll get in touch with them and see what was going on there with. Oh, Andrew Field a message. I can't reply. I've got nothing. I have nothing that I can open, Andrew, because my phone is running EXR right now, and I can't see Messenger on the Mac, and the iPad doesn't have a Messenger thing, and I don't have Facebook on that. So, if it's important, I don't know. If it's important, message me again, and I can at least I can go through the Mac and try and find Facebook. But if you're just asking about what we're going to do today, then I will get to that in a second. Or maybe you're messaging to say I can't hear you and I can't see you, in which case, oh no. But I'm hoping everyone's fine. Oh. Is that Arnaud Joly? I'm going to say Joly. I'm going to go into a French accent there. Arnaud Joly. Bonjour from Francais. First group row. This is as far as you get with my French, I'm afraid. First group row for me. Do you still have a discount for EXR in 2026? Yes, if you use the discount RA26, you get a discount. But this is for new users only. So if you're a previous user, I'm afraid that doesn't work. It doesn't like roll from year to year. That'd be good if it did, but it doesn't. Good morning should be, yeah, got that one, guys. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, you missed it. Okay. And then morning, everybody. I'm going to hold a 22 strokes per minute row this morning, looking to upgrade my fitness. Good choice. That's what we should all. I mean, fitness, I think, is the most important thing that you can work on. Then you start to work on speed and stuff, because yeah, there's no like say you're good like the gym bro that can bench 200 kilograms, right? Okay, really strong and all that kind of stuff. But then a lion comes and tries to eat him, and he can't run the length of himself because he's all like muscly and whatever. I'd rather be the fit guy that can run away from a lion than someone that can bench press that lion. Right, okay, so I'm just making sure that no other audio is crashing through. Oh, fine, we should be all right today, now, hopefully. Should I turn the heater off and move him out of the way so that when we get to the start of the row? So what am I going to do? I have to think. I might, tell you what I'm going to do, and this might answer whatever Andrew was asking. I'm going to do what I often do here, so I'm just moving my heater out of the way. Oh, my head. Someone's taken my head. What did I do? I'm going to hang on. Someone's stolen my head. Yeah, I'm going to do low intensity row. Stephen Sadler, morning. Hey, how you doing, sir? Good to have you here again. Yeah, I'm going to do low intensity for the majority of the row, but the sprints I will sprint. Okay? I will not sprint the first sprint if it's within the first 5 minutes, though. Okay, that's the caveat. I don't sit here and warm up first. Yeah, I don't sprint that first sprint because, hang on, I just make sure I put my microphone on my t-shirt and not my hoodie, which I often do out of stupidity. Oh, crikey, do I have any other shoes? No, I don't, all right. It's just I never tie the laces on these shoes, so, oh well. Oh well, let's see how this goes. Just see, I never tie the laces on these shoes, and so if I'm gonna be sprinting, I'll just make sure the straps are nice and tight. So what we've got 1:44, so you have enough time to take a look at the setup of your machine. So make sure that you've set the drag factor, whatever it is that you have on your machine. Maybe you're on a WaterRower, in which case it's too late. But drag factor, set that to where you want it to be. I am between 4 and 5, which for me gives me a drag factor of 130. Then foot straps, set them to a position where you're able to come to the front of the machine with shins vertical and you're comfortable. Now, I am in a pair of size 10 Saucony running shoes. I have one hole showing, okay, so size 10, I have one hole showing, setting of 5. And so if you're in size 10 shoes and you've got like 3 or 4 holes showing, chances are your feet are set too high up in the foot plates. In which case, lower them down. Lower is usually better. Yeah, I read something, it was actually, hang on, where are we going? Right, about 50 seconds ago. I'll talk about this in a second. Remember, there's a delay between YouTube and EXR. I think we've got like a quick, I'm showing 10 seconds delay. Don't know what you are, but if you are rowing using the EXR app, make sure to actually look at your EXR screen for the start and not YouTube. Because otherwise, you're going to be late. Oh, crap, what have I done? You're going to be late. But I don't know whether I'm the one that's having the delay. Remember this happened last week where I was like 20 seconds behind, but other people weren't, so, which I think is bizarre when it's in my studio. Okay, so like I said, nice low intensity, going easy for the first few minutes to warm up, and then I will continue rowing low intensity apart from the sprints, all right? And I'm going to chat away to you about stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Oh, crikey, what's happening here? Oh, this is incredible. What? Either my machine... This is... Sorry, I'll explain in a sec. This is unbelievable. This is the strangest sensation in the world. All right, it's calming down now. No, not quite. I've actually... I don't know how to describe the thoughts going through my head right now. This is so strange. But how do I put this into words? I've got so many things going through my head. Sorry, folks. Oh. Right, we're getting there. So, yesterday, this is so weird. I filmed a video with me rowing on the York R301 rowing machine. There's Andrew Fielding. Oh, nice boat, nice hat. Which, please go and watch it. I mean, it's basically, I'm doing a series now where my intention is to row like a 2,000 meter time trial or whatever on as many different machines as I can. So right now I've got in my possession Concept 2, WaterRower, RP3, Mirage, Aviron, the York R301 that I was testing yesterday, and then another machine, a mystery machine. And then if you combine using the Smart Row handle, I could then do it twice on the Mirage, possibly do it twice on the WaterRower as well. But anyway, okay, I'm not doing this sprint. Sorry, Andrew, it's just too early. 2.5 minutes into a row is too soon to go for a sprint. Anyway, so filmed that video yesterday, and it's a kind of an odd machine when it comes to resistance. It's very heavy, even when I had it down at the lowest setting, and because it was magnetic resistance, the magnet would pretty much clamp tight by the time you came into the catch again for the next stroke. So there was no, like on a Concept 2 or a WaterRower, it's still moving, so you're basically just topping up the wheel going round. It's actually something that I said yesterday in a message to Manira, wasn't it? But the idea that when you're rowing, you're trying to keep the wheel topped up, spinning round. But anyway, the York R301 had a really heavy catch that you really had to push into. And also, from a compression point of view, I wasn't able to get in to shins vertical, because remember, you want straight arms, force tilt over your hips, shins vertical as you come into the catch position. But I was only able to get straight arms and a force tilt. I had to kind of under compress. So anyway, there's a point to this story. I did a 10-minute warm-up on it, which was interesting anyway, just because it wasn't a warm-up. I was still kind of having to heave against the weight of the stroke. And then I got into my 2K, which, I mean, I'd rather you watch the full video, so I won't tell you exactly how long it took, but it was a lot longer than 7 or 8 minutes, to tell you that much. So, I did that video yesterday, and that was the last time I'd done any rowing. And then, the very first time I rowed again was the first stroke of this session. And so, my lasting memory, my don't think of computer terms, my state, my memory state, let's say, for how to row was under compressing and pulling early from the front, because that's how I was rowing on the York. So even though I have spent the past, what, so where are we, 2026, 13 years concentrating on technique and how to row in a Concept 2. One kind of 20-minute, 30-minute session using the York R301 completely torpedoed everything about my technique when it came to sitting on this machine and starting to row. Again, within 30 strokes or so, I'd kind of come back to my usual dodgy technique on the Concept 2. But as you'll have realised from the noises coming out of my mouth, I find that fascinating, how it's like, I don't know, my firmware had been updated so that my default way to row was the York R301. And I mean, I've noticed this before, but not as in such contrast as today. I mean, that really was incredible. I mean, I'll go between rowing on the Avalon and then concept too, and there is a slight change for the catch as you pick up the stroke, but nowhere near the difference that I just felt just then. And so, often in my workouts, like the proper video ones, not these live ones, I will talk about the importance of a cool down, not just in terms of the physiological value of letting your heart rate slowly calm down rather than just stopping and your heart rate plummeting. But also, because it's like, say you've just done a Tabata workout, okay, where you are breathing out of your eyeballs, your technique might have been compromised, let's say, in the search for an extra few meters in your workout. And so the cool down then becomes really important to row back at your perceived good technique, like sitting up, good posture, making sure that you get hands away, then tilt forwards, roll to shins vertical, and then drive with the legs. You're not pulling early with the arms. So if you can do a kind of a reset of your stroke with a cool down at the end of every workout, then it means the next time you sit down, you're more likely to maintain the good technique you've been working on. I mean, I was thinking, oh, what have we got? Okay, I'm sprinting this one, Andrew. 100 meters, get my feet right. One more stroke. All right, here we go. I'm falling off the seat. It dawned on me halfway through that maybe Andrew had messaged saying, no sprints for me today, let's take it easy. Oh, that wasn't very good sprinting technique, I'll tell you that much. But like I said, I fell off the seat halfway. So this is case in point. You do a 100-meter sprint where you're just doing anything to keep the pace up. And so now it's important to return to a concentrated technique where I'm thinking about arms away, good posture, brace the core at the front. Whew. So yeah, so just to close that one off, the way I was looking at it is that you could work for a long time trying to fix your technique, And then because you just row and stop, kind of resetting, cleaning up your technique over a series of rows, little gremlins start to get in. Like I've definitely got a strange shoulder roll happening on my technique, where I do like an extra dip to the front. But I'd always thought that it would take a few sessions to dramatically alter your technique, and I didn't realize just one could totally change your sensation for timing. Anyway, what else was I? Oh yeah, so I can't remember, I think it was Men's Health last month, or this month, the one with Rio Ferdinand on the front. There's a big section about using ergs for training, ski erg, bike erg, row erg, and they've spoken to someone. They didn't really give any provenance to who he was, but when it got to rowing, I was kind of suspicious when he used the phrase, heels should come up off the foot plates as you come forwards. I'm like, no, that's not right. Heels can come up, but if you can get into full compression with a good posture at the front of the machine with your shins vertical and heels still on the foot plates, that is better, because that way you can just engage your quads and push without needing to think about getting your heels down. So heels can come up as long as it's not due to poor posture or over compression. So this fella saying they should come up, instantly I wasn't trusting anything else he said. However, this takes me back to the foot straps, where this guy said that the common parlance of the strap should cover the balls of your feet is incorrect. They should actually go just below the crease of your toes, like your little toe. Now, I did look, and pretty much that's the same position. But it is quite hard to gauge what's going on in shoes. Like if you just say the widest part of your shoe, that might be further back than it should be, so your feet might be sitting a little higher than they should be. Or, well, it's not really an or. Basically, the one good thing about his guidance is that lower is better. Sort of comes down to, unless you are doing like a 100 meter, 500 meter, 1 minute sprint, then feet lower will help you get in to the front of the machine comfortably without your heels coming too far off. as opposed to higher. So this is why I was saying, take a look at your shoes and your setting, and how I'm a size 10 and I only have one hole showing. Is this a sprint coming up, or is it the end of the course? I'm figuring it's the end of the course, which means that there will be a 150 meter sprint coming up in about 2.5 minutes time. Now this is the important part, mindset. And this is where I think it's the hard one to quantify and train. So I'm designing a tool on my website right now, which I posted about on my Facebook group, which you add in your peak watts over a 10-second all-out effort, your time to row a 500 meter time trial, like proper all-out time trial, and your time to row a 5K time trial. There's an element of pacing that needs to be put in there, but still, it's meant to be as fast as you can go. And it then looks at peak power, aerobic capacity, and anaerobic capacity, and basically pits the three of them against each other and tells you, from a physical point of view, what you might want to work on to improve your rowing. Now, I've seen a couple of tools like this out there, but I didn't like them, so I designed my own. But it also has, using that data, a 2K predictor. So just looking at what your body is achieving, how fast it thinks you could row a 2K in. But what it doesn't, oh, hang on. Okay. Next sprint coming up. I'll continue this in a second. 2 more strokes. 1 more. Here we go. Who won that one? I don't know. Oh, I really wish the leaderboard was current. I want to know how I stacked up against Andrew, not how I stacked up against hundreds of other rowers who aren't on the water. I will get in touch with the EXR guys. I think I've asked that before. Even if it was like Zwift, where it cycles between the global leaderboard and your race leaderboard. Whew. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so a 2K, it's all very good looking at my peak power, which I tested at 637 watts, my 500 meter time, which I did on Friday and got 1:35, but I think I'm probably faster because it was after a failed attempt. So I could probably do 1:33, but still entered 1:35 from my calculator. And then a 5K, I guessed at 18:45. And the 2K predictor, based on those three, gave me a prediction of 7:13, which actually is probably what I can achieve right now. However, the last time I rode a 2K, my head wasn't in it. I had no desire to row at 1:48 pace, so I held 150 to get a 720, I think like 24, 26 strokes a minute. And that is because of the missing factor in my predictor. Me, as in me in my head, not my muscles and my lungs. And that's something that you just need to work on, is enjoying working hard. In fact, I can go back again to the message I replied to Manira and say, improvements don't come from comfort. Yes, fitness improvements, they come from comfort. Rowing a low intensity 30-minute piece at 20 strokes a minute, that should be comfortable. That's where your foundation fitness is built. But it's not where your power and speed is built. You need to feel awfully uncomfortable when you're doing a session that is meant to improve your pace. So I mean, a Tabata workout is one of the toughest, and you should be in great discomfort right from the start, working as hard as you can. But the rewards for that discomfort are that you're training your body to row at high rates, high power, which you don't get at a comfortable 20 strokes a minute. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Do you think we're gonna hit that 100-meter sprint again, Andrew? Just catching my breath in case we are. Nice little group here. Lots of familiar names. Good old Mike Beddoe. I have to say, Mike, I know I don't reply to every message now that you leave on the videos, but I see every one, and I'm just so thankful and amazed that you are rowing so many of my workouts and spending so much time with my chat. All right, there we go. There's the sprint ahead. 2 minutes, so we'll easily get there. Come on, Andrew. Get up to my side. Everyone who's watching, let's see if we can sprint through this 100 meters. If you're rowing on EXR and you're at a different place, sprint when you get here. You don't have to sprint just because I am. Whew. And then I'll just cool down afterwards. I figure it'll be around about a minute to cool down, so that'll work well. Okay, highway sprint. One more stroke. Here we go. Slower than last time, which surprised me actually. Oh, right, soft paddle. Just reset for the last 30 seconds. Ease off the power, but concentrate on your flow and your body positions. Hands away, sit up, tilt forwards, roll to shins vertical. Whoa! That was incredibly fun. It might not be the most focused training. Let's go to report. Open report, come on. There we go. May not be the most focused training if you're looking for either the low intensity or the sprint stuff, because as you can see from my report, it's only 3 sprints within low intensity. But if you're kind of sometimes mentally, again, go back to that thing, that row can, like once in a while, it blows off the cobwebs. It gives you that comfort, like I said, through what, 28.5 minutes, where you are rowing at that low intensity. I mean, is my heart rate on here? I figure if I go to heart rate, you'll see it, yeah. You can see the results of my heart rate where it responded because of those sprints. So I was no longer in a comfortable kind of zone 2 area because of that. So it was pushing me up into, hang on, I'm gonna have to, I hope you haven't sworn, Andrew, because if I go stop rowing here, save session, I'm gonna see what you said. Let's hope he hasn't sworn at us, because I'm about to open the messages. You've got a couple of seconds before I go into messaging. Look, you can see this is me and my wife in Vegas. This is the apps I have on my home screen. It's probably a bad side. There's Steve Gaspers. There we go. Can you tell I beat you? Did you? One of them I was finished in front of you, but I couldn't see from times. So no, I couldn't tell that you beat me. I was kind of like, I was gonna try and work out as a way to go back, or I was waiting for you to tell me, but so turning 50, tell you, again, this goes back to what I was saying. In fact, let's go back to, let's not have the, because you can see other chats I've had with Andrew. Let's go back to EXR. In case you haven't seen any of my 5K everyday rows, basically I row a session every single day in the morning, 25 minutes, and I talk about, I do like a 2-3 minute bit on technique, and the rest of it is I just kind of talk about where I am right now. Right now I'm actually talking about my history rather than my future. But I have said that my plan this year, and it's not even a plan because, oh, there he is again, hang on. What's he saying? With a 5-second delay, I can see yours after mine. All right. What was I saying? Yeah, so I've entered the British Rowing Championships, the Indoor Rowing Championships in December. Okay, so that is my beginning of December. That's what I'm going to be doing, a proper race again. And this is the first proper race I've done since 2000, and I think it was 19. Can't remember if it was 18 or 19 that I did the Welsh and the Scottish. The Welsh I came third, and then Scottish I came second, I think. And this was after cutting my hand. And that was and then COVID happened and stuff. And although I did do one of the virtual races, it didn't really count. It was like 500 meters and it was not great. So I haven't really raced properly since 2019, is what I'm saying. And I really haven't raced, although I've done, through COVID and whatever, I did lots of fast rowing for the RowAlong plans and stuff. I've been using the rehab for my hand for the first couple of years, and then talking with the videos as a way to kind of hide from proper sticking a pair of earphones in and actually melting the machine hard, okay? Just because my brain's not been there. It's what I was saying about how my head wasn't there. And so I haven't been training to go fast. And as Andrew picked up, it means that I have slowed down quite considerably. I mean, I used to be back, so that Welsh I got bronze, I was a 6:44, I think I got for my 2K. And like I said, I just did a 7:20 because I just can't get my head. And again, it's like physically as well. But the other part of that being that I've been training so much for high rocks, which is all about holding a 1K steady pace for efficiency rather than racing. So that's why I'm making this series, the Will It 2K series, where I'm going to look and just row a 2K on as many different machines as I can to give me a reason to row these 2Ks as often as possible to get back into the swing of things. To basically fall back in love with racing, because that's what I just don't have that desire to just put yourself in a really uncomfortable place and push through. And like when you're like, my legs are burning, my lungs are burning, I feel awful, but I'm going to keep on going. That is a line that you have to cross in terms of performance. That if you don't have that, if you're just searching for comfort, if you're like, I'm searching to be able to feel okay when I'm rowing this, you're never going to succeed when it comes to the rowing. And that's where I am right now, where I don't want to cross that line. So I'm hoping I can. Anyway, Matthew Isaac, hey, thanks John Goodrow, good. Munira, I've entered Brick 2, I know. I will see you there. I still have to sort out a hotel for that actually. Mirage, 36 strokes per minute in the last sprint. Well done. Maybe first and last. I was up at 40 something. I mean, you can get the rate up. It's all about getting that handle away, okay, and a good posture. Stayed in zone 2 for good workout, but not winded. Well done, Manira. Gavin Rowland, needed to stop after 5K. Amazing how much several weeks off rowing hurts your fitness. Need to protect my lower back. Not happy. No. Really enjoy being part of the live group. Slow down, man. If you're still here, just slow down. If you needed to stop because your fitness is off, don't row at what, like, honestly, just slow right down. I'd rather, say you're used to rowing this, I'm going to put out a number, okay? A low intensity at 2:15 pace, right? That's what you were doing before you hurt your back. I want you to row these at like 2:25 pace. What you need to do is get your body moving and to slowly build your fitness back up. There's no point doing 5K too hard and having to stop because you stop at 20 minutes. I'd rather you did the full half hour to get your fitness back up. And then we're back to Stephen Sadler saying morning. Oh, hang on. Nick Fox. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Anderson and Bright. I think it is. Sorry, I put my misspells. For the speedy company across the finish line. All right. Well, thank you to everybody for joining today. I mean, there's 76, and I think for a Sunday, kind of a wet spring-ish Sunday morning, to get 76 people here. I know most of the people here are going to be UK-based. We do have Arnaud Joly from France, who joined us, which is very nice, and obviously Munira from Malaysia has joined us, and that's amazing, but I think everyone else. So when next week, am I here next week? Yes, so week after, I might not be here. Next week, it's going to be the 5 o'clock sunset row, and you'll find that there's a lot more people because basically we get people from the other side of the world joining us. So that's always lots of fun, so I hope to see you then. Johan Olsen, aha, thanks, have a nice day. And well done for finding, thank you very much, by the way, Johan, before you could have clicked off. See if you hadn't posted the link, that request for a link last night. I thought today's was an evening row, not a morning row, so I was kind of planning on just posting the link first thing in the morning and going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm late, blah, 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 I'm an idiot, blah, 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 and then kind of going about it. But because you posted that, I then went on to make to set up the link, and I went, oh my God, actually I swore quite a lot when I realised it was the 9 o'clock in the morning row, because of my mistake, not because I didn't want to do it, but just because of my mistake. Stephen Sadler says, thanks all, you're 530 seconds faster than mine. So there's an element of row along, row low, but we're all the same stretch of water, yes. I mean, again, so I was talking to the EXR guys. They are going to look to do the Zwift idea where you rubber band, where everyone's kind of together. Don't quite know how that's going to work when it's all boats. It works on bikes because you're in a peloton and you're all kind of swapping around and it's quite small. Whereas when you've got these huge big boats, I don't know how well it's going to work. But I think that'd be quite good from a motivational point of view, because there's nothing worse than being on one of these things and then just seeing everyone take off in the distance and you're like, all right, I'm left here on my own, am I? So there's something about it. I think if they could have like 100-meter stretch, let's say there's 100 boats, you have a 100-meter stretch that everybody can kind of like just move around within, so you're all kind of close. That'd probably be the best. Again, when I'm sending them a message with a leaderboard, I'll give them my opinions on that as well. I don't know. There's a chance that one of them might be watching. He was watching last week after my mess up with trying to find the the end. Anyway, right, I'm going to go because, of course, it's a Sunday morning, and you know what that means. Tesco's going to arrive. Hopefully nice and quick, because like I said, I have to get out for a busy day ahead. And then once I'm done with the swimming stuff, when I get back this evening, I need to film some Avaron workouts. Not filmed any of them for ages. The Myro stuff's going well, I hope. Hopefully more of that will end up on their system. We've got to get a couple of things past them, but yeah, hopefully it's all going well. And then I start, is it 3 weeks? 3 weeks time, I start back on This Farming Life, editing that again, which, if it's the last thing I say, This Farming Life is currently going out on BBC Two, I think it's Thursdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or it's on iPlayer. Episode 1's already gone out on air. That's the one that I edited, did that one. I did 1, 5, 8, and 12. So you can just go to iPlayer and watch 1, 5, 8, 12, skip right to the credits, see my name and go, haha, he does have a day job. Right. And I'll leave Gavin saying, fair point, John. Well, listen to me, please. Listen to me. I'm not just a pretty face, Gavin. I know with my pink t-shirt and my devastating good looks, it's hard to really kind of get past the things that come out of my mouth. No, but seriously, your best, you need to build back up again, okay? So there's no point. Put your ego to one side. Get a little soft toy. This is what I want you to do, or I want Jess to do, is get a soft toy, okay? Anything, a little monster, something, right? Something that you can look at and go, oh, that's cute or whatever. Get it and call it Ego, right? Its name is Ego. And Ego is going to sit next to your machine. And that is where your ego sits when you're rowing, okay? That contains your ego. Everything else is just about you being sensible in the rowing machine. Ego sits there and he can have all the time in the world. He can be out Hugh Hefner style and whatever, dating the women and having parties or whatever. You need to be sensible. Your ego can do what it does, okay? So this is the same for everyone else. Get a soft toy, name it, Ego. I've got, mine's called Negative Nigel, to be honest, but I might actually rename and to Ego. Ego, not Igor. That's a different film. Right, I'm off. So have something to drink, something to eat, have a shower. Yeah, other way around though. And find someone that it means something to and tell them you love them, all right? Because I think that's really important. Open up your hearts to someone and kind of go, I love you, even if it's your dog. Or what was it? I think it was Friday on the row that didn't work, so my microphone was broken. I was like, even if you're having an affair with your gardener, tell them you love them. Maybe not. So have a fantastic rest of your day. No matter, like, if you're in Malaysia, you've only got a few hours of your day left. If you're in the UK, you've got quite a lot of your day ahead of you. So however it goes, have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Sunday for the Sunset Row, or during the week for the 5K everyday rows, or in the video that I made testing the York R301. It's only an 8-minute video. Even if you just watch it and leave it playing in the background, I'm trying to work out how to get, I can't break the algorithm to get these videos out to people. So go watch that little 8-minute one, about £30 rowing machine. Like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. I don't normally beg, but I'm going to beg for the people that are still here watching. How many of you? 18, 19 of you, right? When you're done, go watch or leave it in the background. Hit play, go have a shower. You don't even have to watch it, all right? Please, sir, can I have some more? I will see you in the next time, or see you next time. Until then, row well, be well. Bye-bye.